Hello and welcome. My name is Ruendran, or Ru as most of my associates know me, and I am the spearhead of Hybo4Gogo.
Hybo4Gogo hosts the Rec Club, a STEM initiative teaching robotics, coding, and electronics. This is a short scratch tutorial which builds a simple logic machine game. No experience? No problem. Jump in as a complete beginner. No computer science background needed. Before I start this tutorial, a little about coding. It's all about sequencing. Order matters. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Chicken, banana. Chicken, banana. Banana, banana. Do you comb your hair then put your sweater on? You say, how do you do, and shake hands. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Having made sure we're on a new script, I'll name my project The Marvelous Orb of Zorb. Then, because I want a new sprite, I delete the cat sprite and select a new sprite from a file in my computer. Clicking on the crystal ball sprite which I've selected, I select costume and resize my sprite. First, I ensure that I'm in vector mode, convert to vector. Then, using my select tool, I select the entire sprite by right-clicking my mouse and dragging the cursor over the entire object. Click one end, then Alt and resize. But if you click on the sides, you're only going to adjust the height or the width. So be sure to click at the corner when using Alt. And Alt maintains the structure of the shape. Okay. Right. Next up, I will want to change my backdrop. Select stage and convert to vector. Selecting the color I want, I use the paint bucket tool to fill the screen. Okay, and that's a yellow, nice full splash there. Now to tell the computer that I'm ready to start the game, I'll need to give it an event command. Going to events, I select when green flag clicked and drag it to my coding board. Now a simple logic machine can only give a yes/no answer. That is, it will only answer either yes or no to a question. So that's two options from which it will randomly answer your question. So we need to create a variable for the random numbers. Under variables, I create a new variable named random answer, one word, making sure to click for this sprite only before I click OK. Then from my variable blocks, I select show variable, my variable. Change that my variable by clicking the triangle to its right and select random answer. Next up is the looks function. I select the say hello for 2 seconds block and insert hello, would you like to ask me a yes/no question? Leave some space and press any key to continue. Make that duration 4 seconds. Drop that completed box under the show variable box. We've only just programmed a prompt. We're ready to move on to a new set of instructions. Now we need to create a sequence to follow our action to the prompt. Since our action is press any key, we need to tell the program to detect this action. So under events, when spacebar key pressed, and add that into your code board. Using the triangle next to the spacebar on the block, change spacebar to any, so it reads when any key pressed. Now the computer's next response will be to ask what your question is. So you go to sensing using the ask space and wait block. Ask what's your name and wait block. Change the text to what's your yes no question and wait. Okay, next bring in a variable command. Set my variable to change my variable to random answer, and after the to you bring in an operator, the pick random operator. In the first space enter 1, in the second space enter 2. So our options are either 1 or 2, yes or no. So let's try and set the sprite's responses to yes and no. Select say hello for 2 seconds and duplicate on your code board. Set one block's text to yes and the other to no, both for 2 seconds. Right, now slot them in and press the green flag to test your code. Oh yes, change my variable to random answer, of course. Right, check all your entries to make sure that everything's tidy. Right, now we test it. Click green flag and see if it's okay. We need to make sure that the question isn't obscured there. I'm just going to reposition my sprite so that the writing isn't obscured. It's just a matter of drag and drop. A little bit more. That should be neat and tidy. Alright, that works. Okay, let's ask it a question. Are you functioning? Yes. No. But wait, this program answers yes for 2 seconds and then says no. We want just a single output. Do you know why the code is behaving this way? You're getting one of 2 random answers to make sense of this. So you need to set a condition. Conditions are like if you finish your homework then you can have ice cream, or if you wash the dishes then you can play video games, or if the wind blows then we can fly our kites. If then. You'll find this block under control. It's got 2 bars. Don't mistake it for the if then else, which has 3 bars. In your if then block, add an equals to operator. change your value to 1, and in the first block of your equals to operator, place your random answer variable. Random answer, not my variable. Right, random answer. Good. And make sure that your say yes for 2 seconds is nestled in the if then function. Okay. Do the same for say no for 2 seconds block, but the value must be changed to 2. The equals value must be changed to 2. And I think while we're at it, random answer. Right, and then nestle the say no for 2 seconds in that if then block. Right, and I think while we're at it, we'll duplicate this command and change the second no to maybe. Okay, after testing it. Are you alright? Right, let's change pick random 1 to 3. So now we've got 3 random answers, yes, no, and maybe. We duplicate the if then function, change no to maybe, and let's click that green flag. Let's put some exclamation marks at the end of each of them. Remember, when you highlight text, remember to use either the left or right arrow so that you don't delete the text. Let's click the green flag and test it. Do I like marmalade? No. Maybe. Oh, something wrong here. Maybe option isn't working. Aha! Do you see the reason? Have a look at the code. Have a look at your entries. Make sense of the entries. Pick random 1 to 3. Yes is a random answer 1. No is a random answer 2. Maybe we've repeated the random answer 2. So you can see that random answer 2 is shared between no and maybe. So yes works, but if you get maybe or no, you're going to get 2 answers. So we'll change our random answer equals to 3 for maybe and test it again. Do I succeed? Did I succeed? Maybe. Yay, hooray, success. Our code is bug free. Now you can add other responses if you like. I don't know, I'll tell you later, or ask the postman. Cheeky. Now that your logic machine is working, don't forget to save in an accessible folder on your computer. Happy scratching!
Visit www.hybo4gogo.com or phone 081 530 8372.